say, and that was probably surrounding. No, it was definitely surrounding Undertale, but like Undertale and like Voltron. Undertale, I don't have much to talk about in terms of like interacting with like the producers of anything. Voltron. Voltron, on the other hand, oh, so bad. So there's these two characters, okay? Keith and Lance. Yeah, we're talking about Clance, who like they had so much potential to be like a healthy queer relationship in like children, teen media. We, as a collective, like, fan base, were like, hey man, stop freaking queer baiting with Keith and Lance. And they were like, oh, you're right, my bad. Let's give Shiro a husband, okay? And they did. And they did give him a husband. And his husband's name was Adam. And you know, Adam was on screen 1 minute max. Screen time, 1 minute max. And then they killed him. It was a relationship that he had, but they just threw it in. Like, they threw that relationship in, like, that was obviously not a planned thing. Because if that was a planned thing, then, you know, part of his motivation, at least, would be, you know, get back to Earth to see my husband. Nothing. Like, if they had done the same thing, but with a woman, like, if they had been like, oh, by the way, he has a wife at home, it would have been the same thing to me. At the end of the day, it was a prop. Like, his partner was a prop. They gave Shiro a new husband. So, Adam dies, and then sometime in, like, the last season, probably towards the end, I would assume, Shiro, there's an on-screen wedding, which is kind of pathetic. They don't introduce this new husband, as a character really at all. He's kind of just there as a replacement. Like, they had millions of queer voices on the internet from the fan base telling them, hey, do better, and they just like they didn't listen to it. And like, if they had queer writers on the show, I wouldn't know. Because the like throwaway queer characters, it was disgusting. To have authentic like queer characters and queer relationships, you have to actually let them live, maybe. You know, Pidge dresses like a boy and is very androgynous as a character. And there was a lot of room they could have absolutely been like, hey, by the way, non-binary, because, or like, something, no, could have been actual representation. And like, they set that up from the very beginning, you know, where they're like, ooh, are they a boy or a girl? Ooh, who knows? Like, that, they set that up since the beginning. And they could have ran with that, you know? They could have been like, neither. Both. Who cares? Anything. And they were like, girl who dresses like boy to infiltrate boy space. Kids need to see themselves, and not even just kids, everyone needs to see themselves on a screen doing something that they don't think they can do. You know? Like, young queer kids need to see queer people on screen falling in love so that they know that they're not sick, so that they know that there's not something wrong with them. They need to see trans characters being trans, openly trans, experiencing trans joy on screen so that they know, especially in today's political climate, that there's not something fundamentally wrong with them. Media is such a powerful tool to promote inclusivity and like acceptance that to not use it to do that is just, it's disgusting.